Hi everyone, I'm Robert Moody. I'm the music director of the Portland Symphony Orchestra. I'm here in the U.S. Customs House in Portland, Maine. We have a great series of video segments for you to help you get ready for the concerts in the 2016-17 season. These are called Online Insights. I'm so excited to talk to you about this concert. Boy, is this a fantastic concert we have for you in April of 2017, April 23rd and 25th to be exact. So this is on both the Sunday and the Tuesday classical series. Beethoven Symphony No. 9, the Ode to Joy. By making this concert happen, we will be able to say that we've done it. We have been able to perform all 9 Beethoven symphonies over a 3-year span, one conductor, one orchestra, one incredible concert hall, and there's no other way that you can bring a Beethoven cycle to conclusion than with the 9th. The 9th symphony is nothing short of an earth-shattering symphony. There is no tune probably more well-known than the famous Joyful, Joyful tune of Beethoven 9. I think it has to be said also, even though it has been said many, many times, that you have to put this piece in context of the man, Ludwig van Beethoven. Beethoven, by the point in his life when he wrote this work, he was nearing the end of his life, he had no hearing. He had almost zero hearing. People report that if you were in a very quiet room and if he placed his largest ear horn into his ear, and if you yelled as loudly as you could, perhaps he might be able to understand a word or two. But for him, really, there was nothing other than rumble and sort of a hum of noise at this point in his life. And so with this going on, he gave us 70 minutes of the most powerful music ever written. This would be an amazing feat, the Beethoven 9, for someone with full and perfect hearing. To imagine that the man did this while completely deaf is nothing short of miraculous. The piece is an ode to joy. Now, he did not call it the Ode to Joy Symphony. A lot of us do. He actually called it the Choral Symphony because it's the only symphony he ever wrote that used chorus. This was a groundbreaking moment at the time, a symphony with chorus as the finale. We have 2 great choruses coming together to sing this with us, as we did for the Brahms Requiem, our Portland Choral Art Society and the wonderful Oratorio Chorale. We also have 4 phenomenal soloists singing this work with us. Mary Wilson, who has been with us before for the Bernstein 3rd Symphony a few years ago. Margaret Lias, mezzo-soprano, making her debut with us. The very popular John McVeigh here in Portland, a world-class operatic tenor who lived for a very long time right here in Portland, and Phil Cutlip, one of my very favorite baritones. Phil, John, and I actually all were in college together. We all were students at the Eastman School of Music together, and this is a great feeling of reunion for us. And I think the Beethoven 9 in general is a great feeling of reunion. It all comes together. The Beethoven 9 cycle comes together. The city of Portland, the community comes together to celebrate these words, this ode to joy. The Beethoven Symphony No. 9 has been used in its near 200-year history over and again to celebrate the end of strife, the end of war, the end of conflict. The Beethoven 9 was played very famously at the end of the First World War, at the end of the Second World War. Leonard Bernstein led a most important performance in which he put East Berlin and West Berlin orchestral members together to create an orchestra right after the fall of the Berlin Wall to perform this piece. The interesting thing, though, is that even though 200 years this happens, often people make the commentary that, well, we keep falling back into war, we keep falling back into strife, we keep falling back into conflict. We're going to acknowledge that with the beginning of the concert by playing a work by Samuel Barber, the great American composer who wrote the Adagio for strings. This work was originally just for a string quartet, but the poignancy of it and the power of it was so apparent that he fleshed the work out for string orchestra. By the way, do you know who gave Barber that idea that he should take the string quartet and make it for full string orchestra? None other than Arturo Toscanini, the great conductor. So we open with the Barber Adagio for strings, which is a solemn piece, heart-achingly beautiful. And we move without pause from the end of the Barber Adagio into the beginning of the Beethoven 9. So from this solemnity of realizing that the world is not always joyful to the final conclusion of the greatest praise of joy through music ever written. Man, this is going to be a great set of concerts. I can't wait to conduct them, and I can't wait to see you there.